Hey there, welcome to Plate It. Today I decided to make a southern peach cobbler and decided to take you guys with me along for the journey. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and sign up for notifications by hitting that bell. If you love peach cobbler the way that I do, make sure you leave us a comment down in the comment section. And if the ingredients are going a little bit fast, no worries, because all of the ingredients are always in our description box. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is put a layer of cooking spray on our pan. Going to help the crust adhere to the pan. It's also gonna help us get it out after we bake it. Now, I'm not super particular about how neat this part is because as far as I'm concerned, nobody's gonna see it. But you do wanna try to get it as neatly as possible and definitely try to get it in the corners. As you can see, I'm definitely trying to get it in the corners and trying to get as much of the pan covered. And just be a little bit gentle with it. These are very easy to rip. Now next we're gonna bake that in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're gonna go ahead and make our filling. We're gonna empty our 2 cans of peaches into a large saucepan, turn it on medium heat. We're gonna add our sugar, and then we're gonna add our brown sugar. After that, we're just gonna put in our salt. Our cinnamon. And then our nutmeg. Our vanilla extract. And then our lemon extract. After that, I stirred it up a little bit, kind of melded everything together. And then after that, we're gonna use about 2 tablespoons of butter, so that's just gonna be half of what we melted. Don't use all of it, because we're gonna need the rest of it for our crust. After that, we're gonna make our slurry. We're gonna add our 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and our 1 tablespoon of water. Stir that up until combined. let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And after that, I just set it to the side. While that was simmering, I went ahead and cut my strips. I'd used the last 2 crusts. Cut those into strips. You can make them thin or thick. I'm not really too particular. And this is what we're going to put on the top of our peach cobbler. Now this is what our pie crusts look like after we took them out of the oven. We didn't want to bake them completely. We just want them to be a little bit done so that the bottom isn't gooey when we cut into it. I poked a few holes at the bottom because it was bubbling up a little bit. You can see that right there. And this is what we're going to pour our filling into. Just enough. And right here you see us just adding on our little strips. And I hope that you guys turn out much prettier than mine because they weren't that pretty, but I am telling you this thing was so good. And that's me just adding the leftover butter. That's me adding the leftover butter so that we can get that beautiful golden brown color when it comes out of the oven. And then we're just gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna put it in for 50 minutes and then we're gonna take it out again and add a little bit of sugar and cinnamon mixture to the top. And you can see this. This is where I took it out after the 50 minutes. And then you'll see me sprinkle on just the sugar and the cinnamon mixture. And then I'm gonna put it back in for just another 10 minutes and let that melt just a little bit. And then take it out one last time. And this is so good, you guys. If I could even explain in words how good this was. I know that everybody makes their peach cobbler a little bit differently. If you guys make yours a different way or add different ingredients in or leave some of these ingredients out, definitely leave us a comment down in the comment section and tell us how you make yours. As you can see, we had ours with vanilla ice cream, French vanilla ice cream, because there's something about that hot and cold element together that is just so good. I'm like that with most warm desserts. Like if you give me apple pie, like I have to have ice cream with that. It's just the way that I prefer it. So I know Mark at this point would say, here's the money shot, but that's just where I put it in the bowl, you guys. And then I'm gonna add the ice cream. And it just was really, really good. And as you can see here, even though Mark wasn't here to help me bake it or do any camera work, he just magically showed up at the very end to help me eat it. It's like he walked in as soon as the timer went off on the oven. So you can see us here both trying to get as much as possible out of this little bowl. And we did truly, truly enjoy it. We hope that you make this and let us know how it turns out if you do. As always, thank you so much for watching our videos. You know, there's so many other options for you guys to watch on YouTube. We just appreciate you taking the time and stopping by.